The other day, Nicole was like, you don't know what it's like to have to work on your appearance for hours. And I was like, I deadlift constantly and my body hurts all the time. She's like, yeah, well, I have to use a face mask. Hey, welcome to Mythical Kitchen, where dreams become food. Hey, you guys remember when the internet collectively realized that a pile of labradoodles looks like fried chicken? I stared at that Reddit thread for at least 15 minutes, and I have never wanted to lick a dog so badly in my life. I've also never wanted to eat fried chicken so badly in my life, because I believe that fried chicken is the perfect food, and you know it's the perfect food because everybody in the world eats fried chicken. So today we are going to expand our fried chicken horizons. We're gonna go to 3 different continents. One of them is not Antarctica, because they don't fry chicken there, they fry penguins. Because I've seen Happy Feet too. Even Hank Azaria couldn't save that movie. Anyways, fried chicken, 3 different continents, 1 person's mouth hole. Let's see how it goes. We got the 3 different chickens like there. You can like snag the time codes of the chickens. We also got full written recipe. That's what Hank Azaria does in Happy Feet too. We got a full written recipe down in the description. Let's get cooking. First up, continent, Asia, country, India, state, Tamil Nadu, city, Chennai, hotel. Why am I doing it like this? We're making chicken 65. This is a dish that I first had at one of my favorite restaurants of all time in Los Angeles. It is called Mayura. They are a restaurant that hails from Kerala, which is a southwestern state in South India. The dish is called chicken 65. It was invented at Hotel Buhari in Chennai in Tamil Nadu, which is on the eastern seaboard by the Bay of... Do you have a map of India in your head? Like I do, because this is on the eastern seaboard by the Bay of Bengal. Anyways, the origins of this are pretty unclear. Some people think that it was invented in 1965. This is what I personally subscribe to, that it was just a marketing effort from the Hotel Buhari to be like, we want a signature dish. Same thing happened with, say, the Singapore Sling cocktail, where they were just like, we want a really dope thing that we can market our hotel with, and that happened. Point is, this is one of the tastiest fried chicken dishes, and I'll show you why. Why the hell am I still talking? I'm just gonna start cracking eggs. So this all starts with boneless, skinless chicken thigh. And so now we're just gonna take some spices. Well, first off, I'm gonna take some red food dye and pop that in there. This is actually a pretty common ingredient in a fair amount of Indian chicken dishes. If you ever see tandoori chicken that's bright red, that's likely not just coming from Kashmiri chili powder, which we're also putting in there, but they're probably adding food dye into it too for the same reason you add food dye to Flamin' Hot Cheetos. People like red foods, they look delicious. We're gonna dump all our spices in there. So we got turmeric, we got fennel, we got coriander, we got cumin, we got a little bit of MSG, we got salt, we got black pepper. Also, southern India is known for their black pepper, especially on the west side in Kerala. That's called the Malabar Coast. You ever see Malabar black pepper? It is one of the absolute best products you can get out there. And now we're gonna add a little bit of lemon juice to it. So the marinade is really what makes it special. You marinate the chicken in a bunch of spices and eggs. And whisk that up. Ooh, one more thing. Ginger garlic, 1 word. This is not ginger, this is not garlic, this is ginger garlic. This is the base of a lot of just really freaking fantastic Indian recipes. I mean, you see this just absolutely like sloughed into curries, sabjis, whatever you want to call them in Indian cookery. It is like my favorite thing to stash. Order it off Amazon, it's $10 for this gigantic jar. It makes your food taste so much better. So we're adding the egg directly to the marinade, and very similar to the way you would make Japanese fried chicken, where you kind of add everything into a bowl and then you put the starch directly on that and fry it. That is what we're doing right here. It's just so much flavor, man. Like if you think like Nashville hot chicken has flavor, if you think, you know, Popeye's Southern fried chicken has flavor, man, chicken 65, I mean, just look at that. You see food that looks like this and you just know that has friggin' flavor in it. And God dang it, I'm excited to eat it. South Indian cuisine is one of like the world's absolute great treasures. I'm a huge fan. So we got all this going. Now we're gonna take it. Just slopped raw chicken on the thing again. God dang it. All right, so now we're gonna take this and we're just gonna add cornstarch to it. Also, there's a lot of Chinese cookery crossover in Indian cuisine. Just like the way that there's just gonna talk about the Latino penguins in Happy Feet. They were all voiced by Robin Williams, which is pretty upsetting. Also, the villains of that movie were definitely anthropomorphized to look like Jews. That's upsetting too. There's the Jewish penguins in Happy Feet. I wrote a political science paper all about Happy Feet. I don't know, I didn't take college very seriously. It's an allegory for homosexuality, is what it's what it is. You can't do the thing that allows penguins to reproduce, and he's castigated from it. But then there's also like a big climate change, allegory in the movie. You guys seen Happy Feet? No. So we're adding the cornstarch to this, and then we are going to let this sit and marinate for a bit. We can just like do a little clock thingy. Now you just gotta start dropping the chicken in. A really complex method. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick it apart with my hands and start throwing chicken bits into some hot oil right here. Spicy South Indian cuisine with a cold Kingfisher beer. That's what's up. Do you guys have any other questions about Hank Azaria's involvement in Happy Feet 2? He played a Swedish penguin. And I know what you're saying, there aren't penguins in Sweden. Yeah, I know. Hank Azaria, you know that? I don't know. Cedric the Entertainer played a penguin named Lovelace, who kind of is invoking like the blaxploitation era of film. Hugh Jackman plays his father, Memphis. Some good steamy penguin sex scenes in there. Well, the way they have sex is they sing to each other. But Mumble, Elijah Wood, of course, he doesn't know how to sing, but he only knows how to dance. He has happy feet, you see? But then he saves the penguin colony from the effects of climate change. Yeah, actually, so he gets captured and he goes to like a zoo. Happy Feet was slammed by the Catholic League in America because of its anti-religious stance. The elders, who again, they got long hook noses, which is a little unsettling. It's like, I don't know. They say to trust the great Gwyn in the sky. So they're like, hey, will you pray? It's reminds me of like Rick Perry's Pray for Rain, you know, kind of thing, governor of Texas. Do you have any more questions about Happy Feet? I'm waiting for this chicken to fry. Now we're gonna do a typical accompaniment with it. So we're gonna take some onions, we're gonna drop that into hot oil. Is this hot yet? Yeah, whatever. We're gonna take some onions, we're gonna drop that into hot oil, just get it charring. We're also going to add a little bit of shaved garlic. We are going to add some serrano chilies. Serrano chilies, obviously not common in India, but they are in California, and so you use what you got. Oh, one of the theories is that this is called chicken 65 because there were 65 different chili peppers used in it. That's a bunch of horse hockey. 65 chili, no, who would take the time? All right, so we're just gonna saute this up real quick. Man, if you had smell-o-vision, you should license that technology to the military because they'd probably use it to subjugate people in the southern hemisphere. What? So now we're gonna take this chicken. Yeah, that looks freaking good. You know, honestly, if I made this recipe again, I'd triple the amount of food dye in it. But otherwise, this smells absolutely heavenly. This is gonna be a good day of eating, boys. This is gonna be, Nicole, you're included in boys. I mean, yeah. I mean that in like, you know, respectfully. Nothing gets me excited like little gobbets of chicken. Chicken gobbets are the best food. I don't recognize the term popcorn chicken. These are chicken gobbets. Where's salt? Oh, get a little dust in the salt and then bad boys. There we go. All right, now let's plate it up. We got our little aromatic stuff. Where'd the plate go? We put it somewhere? Heck yeah, dude. All right, shove all this chicken from one plate onto another plate. Why? I don't really know anymore. There we go. Chicken gobbets. Kind of mash it. Yeah. I'm gonna take the onions and the chilies and the garlic. Get that all on top. Beautiful. Let's go. Take some of the little hot leaves. Yes, sir. Some lime wedges all across there. Oh, nice little nest of onions. Boom, chicken 65, Hotel Buhari, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India, Asia, let's go. If you're anything like me, and I suspect that you are incredibly proud of Ghana's 4x100 meter relay team beating America in the semifinals and making it to their first ever Olympic final led by Joseph Amoah and Benjamin Azamati. Right? Ghana? Yeah! Joseph Amoah from Coppin State. He's a really talented runner. He's the West African Usain Bolt. Point is, we're making some Ghanaian style fried chicken today. This is actually a style of fried chicken that is very common throughout West Africa. There are also a couple styles of fried chicken. In Nigeria, you got this like stewed fried chicken. But what makes this really special to me though is the method. So what you do is you marinate it first and then you steam it and then you dry it off a little bit and then you fry it and it makes it just super succulent. There's no coating on it. There's no running from anything. You're not getting this big old dough ball like you do in a lot of, let's say, extra crispy fried chicken recipes at certain American chains. Colonel Sanders disavowed KFC after he tried their extra crispy because he said they just turned his chicken into a dough ball, and I freaking respect that, man. So I love this. It is a heavily spiced and marinated naked steamed fried chicken, and it freaking rules. Ghana, you're coming back in 2024 and you're winning the damn relay. A lot of young talent in West Africa and sprinting. Divine Oduduru from Nigeria, that dude rules. And I just want to talk about track and field with someone. No one will talk about track and field with me. We got a serrano chili in there. Typically this would be made with a Scotch bonnet. Very difficult to get Scotch bonnets in the United States. Habanero is another good substitute, but to me, I really want the green chili flavor in there, so we're just going with the serrano. This is a Maggi bouillon cube. This is very common in West African cookery. A lot of Maggi products are common. Bouillon is used all around the world and it's freaking delicious. Start throwing bouillon into more of your dishes. This is literally just dehydrated chicken stock. It has a ton of umami. Smash up a couple garlics, get some palm heel strikes in there. Oh, that was a messy palm heel strike. I'm out of practice. I haven't had a fight in 6 months. You know, that's my ground and pound day. Pop that in there. Don't get, no, not the skins. No, we're good. Dude, it's all just getting steamed. Also, curry powder. Curry powder is another ingredient that is really popular in, say, like jollof. And when I say jollof, Ghanaians and Nigerians don't start fighting about who got the best jollof recipe in the comments, or do, because it'll boost engagement. That's a fun Twitter argument, though. Yeah, Nicole knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, we're gonna add some curry powder to that. Also, a little bit of grated ginger. This is gonna be super freaking aromatic. A little bit of fresh thyme as well. And then some salt. And then we're gonna add just enough water to get this to blend. Not a ton, though, because when you steam it, I don't necessarily wanna boil it. I'm trying to just like get the marinade to have enough wetness to be able to cover this with a lid and steam it so all the flavor remains on the chicken when you fry it. Maybe just like a nice little quarter cup in there. See if this is gonna do the trick. Light it up. There we go. There we go, blend it up nice. Crank it. Also, now is the time of the program where I'd like to apologize for my previous mistakes. One incredibly ignorant thing I said is that I don't believe in marinating. That was like the dumbest thing I've ever said. I've said like a lot of dumb things. I was quoting one study that I think America's Test Kitchen did, where they marinated large cuts of meat in things, and then they cooked it, and then they cut off the top 1/8 inch of that large cut of meat, and then found out that people couldn't taste the difference. So marinades don't penetrate through, but like, so? I eat the top 1/8 inch of my food. Every single day I go to bed, and I hate myself for having said that. And I want you to know that, because you deserve it. You deserve the truth, damn it. All right, chicken in the bowl. Marinating, which again, is a good thing that you should do. Marinate all your freaking food. Now, that's the funny thing is I have always like, I'll marinate my food for like 4 days. I'll just put it in a marinade and I just slop it into Ziploc bags. That's what I do on my Sundays. One, I go to church every single day. No, it's funny because they know. No, on Sundays I literally will get like 12 pounds of meat because I eat a lot of animals. It's not good for the planet, but like, I want to deadlift 400 pounds until the day I die. And I just marinate 12 pounds of meat in like 6 different marinades, and there's in Ziploc bags leaking all over my fridge. So yeah, I've always believed in him. I've just said some ignorant crap in the past. So again, if you let this sit, it will get better. Just pretend that we did let it sit. You know, we do the clock thing again, Ben, that shows that we let it marinate. They saw the clock thing? Okay, so this has been marinating for 16 days. I've been dry aging it in a meat locker. I kept the same shirt on. I think I have scabies now. And then scabies are pubic lice but under the skin. In case no one knew what scabies are. Sorry, Maggie got a visceral reaction out of that one. Shh. I had this pot on the whole time? Fudge. I'm poop. I had this pot on? Yeah, let's just deglaze that a little bit. You're gonna wanna start with a cold pot. That was my bee on that one. But it'll all come to whatever. So we're gonna pop the pot on low. We're just gonna steam this for about 20 minutes. And then we're gonna pop it in the fryer. Let it dry off a little bit so you don't just get hot chicken exploding in your face. Unless you're into that sort of thing. Don't. Facial scars don't look good on anyone except for a lot of people. Nelly? You can't even see his scar because he has a Band-Aid, but it's the assumption of the scar that makes Nelly hot. We got the chicken out of the steaming pot. We've dried it off a little bit on paper towels. We don't want to dab it because we don't want all that flavor. And this is just sopping wet. And you know how much I love me some sopping wet foods. It's gonna splatter a little bit, but just be careful and like use protection. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. When I said be careful, I meant throw it in and run away. You can use a splatter guard. We'll drop it in 360-degree oil right here because again, this is cooked to perfect temp, but I'm using all dark meat chicken here. And dark meat chicken, like, really, it just gets better the more you cook it. Like, it's really tough to overcook a chicken thigh. You can get it all the way up to 200 degrees, and that's still gonna be really freaking delicious. So, we're gonna let this fry until it's crispy. Gonna move it around a little bit. Might start sputtering, just be brave. All right, chicken's done, chicken's done, chicken's done. This is looking golden brown and delightful. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Again, all the dark meat. You can actually smell the fact that the marinade has like sort of like caramelized and crisped up on the outside of this chicken. I mean, just look at that. That is freaking delightful. Fantastic. Now we're gonna take all that. Leave this guy in there for a second. I want some more browning in that skin. And then now I'm just gonna take it and kind of arrange it all nice on a little board. Why on a board? Dude, I don't know. It's just here. It looks kind of fun. There we go. Some nice chicken there. Some garnishes. You might eat this with jollof, which is a really delicious rice dish, cooked with like a lot of tomatoes and other things. But yeah, I'm just gonna serve it with some nice tomatoes, some herbs, some lemon. Get a nice little fried chicken board going. Throw some herbs there. Throw some little lemons. Bingo, bango. Okay. Yeah, now it's good. Take that out of the oil. I can feel it quivering in the hand. And boom! Ghanaian fried chicken, steamed then fried. What a it's one of the best smells in the world. Turn that into a candle. Or can you just like burn fried chicken, just light it like a candle? Why don't you have an answer? As I said, this is fried chicken from 3 different continents, so let me transport you on a majestic journey to the exotic locale of North America. Birds, trees. No, this is from Honduras, which is North America. I kind of forgot about that. But anyways, I'm gonna come fully clean here. The way I researched for this episode is I kind of started Googling random countries' names and fried chicken to see if they had a really cool fried chicken dish, and Honduras completely freaking came up clutch with something called pollo chuco, aka pollo con tajadas, which is something I never heard of. We don't get a ton of Honduran food in LA. Shout out to El Rincón Hondureño down on Normandy in Los Angeles, the only restaurant I can find that serves this dish. Pollo chuco literally means dirty chicken because this chicken is just fried and smothered and served with plantains, and you will freaking see, man. This is one of the great, wondrous dishes of the world that I can't freaking wait to actually get our hands dirty and try. So we got some plátanos verdes here. This is unripe green plantain, and we're gonna cut this into little chips and we're gonna fry it. The way I like to do it is you take your knife, you hold a little blade here, like an X-Acto knife, and then you just kind of score it, and then use the back of a spoon to peel it. Again, these are unripe, so it's pretty difficult to fry. These aren't like the sweet plantains you get with like Cuban food. You like sweet maduros in Cuban food? The maduros sweet or the marquitas are the savory one? Maduros are the sweet ones, I think. I don't know. Anyways, plantains, you should all be eating more of them. They are delightful. Right, that's the thing. We should all be eating more fried plantains all the time because they're freaking great. All right, so now I'm gonna take the back of a spoon in there. You can just use your nails, but I bite my nails because I have anxiety. Oh, it's not working too bad. There we go, there we go. Ow, it hurts. Dude, my thumb just started bleeding because I hook grip on Olympic lifts, and it just crushes my thumb, and so I was bleeding all over my bed yesterday. You guys bleed in bed? Anyone bleeding in bed? Yeah, Nicole bleeds in bed.
Period joke.
Period jokes. We normalize periods. But God, my nails. Ow. My fingers hurt all the time. Earlier, someone who asked what happened to my finger? Chris, was that you? Matthew came in and was like, what happened to your finger? I was like, I don't know which one. I don't know. There's a Band-Aid on my finger. Cut it. Lifting. High rep barbell cycling. Beauty is pain. The other day, Nicole was like, you don't know what it's like to have to work on your appearance for hours. And I was like, I deadlift constantly and my body hurts all the time. She's like, yeah, well, I have to use a face mask. Not the same. I understand, no, it's male privilege and all that sort of thing. All right, so we're just gonna cut this into chips. So the chicken is just served on a large bed of chips with 6 compulsory garnishes, which is friggin' rad. And you'll see what they all are. I can't even talk about them because I have too much to do right now, but you'll see. We're trying to go fast. I'm doing a piss poor job cutting this. And I think you should know when I do piss poor jobs at things. These are little nuggets. Let's just drop them in there, whatever. Also, we have, not gonna lie, I got a whole bowl of them that Nicole already did. I just wanna show you what I can do. We're gonna take all these, just dump them in the fryer, and then while these are frying, we're gonna actually just let it splash on you. We're gonna dump all that in the fryer. And then now we're gonna start marinating our chicken. So like I said, every country, every region has their own fried chicken method. And this one starts with a couple ingredients I think is really awesome. One, lemon. Lemon juice can help break down tenderized chicken from the acid in there. But more importantly, it makes it taste like lemon. And that's a good flavor, man. And then also mustard. Mustard is really common. Also, shout out to Shin Fujiyama, travel blogger in Tegucigalpa, Honduras, but originally from Japan. That dude rules. Yeah, I watch all your videos traveling around the markets. They call it Tegus, for short. Tegucigalpa shortens to Tegus. And I went down the rabbit hole, dude. Honduran travel blogging is awesome. Shout out to all the Honduran travel bloggers out there. We're gonna add some powdered oregano in there. This is ground oregano. Then we're gonna add, this is cumino. There's a little bit of cumin. Dump that in there. A little bit of black pepper. You gotta get the ground stuff, and then you gotta do 2 cracks because you forgot that the pepper was already there. So that's it. And then bouillon. And I mentioned earlier that bouillon is very commonly used. From what I've seen, at least, Knorr, Knorr, is very common in South America, well, Central America as well. And then Maggi seems to be the brand of choice in West Africa. Is that valid? I don't know if it is, but that's just what I've seen in a lot of recipes. And I have this weird thing where I internalize a lot of the strange patterns, but I don't know to find my way home in a car or anything. Yeah, whatever. All right, so now we're just gonna marinate this chicken. We're gonna let those plantains fry off. Then we're gonna take this chicken and we are gonna let it sit for, a couple weeks? Let chicken sit for a couple weeks, come back, Ben, do the clock wipe to show that a couple weeks have passed. Can we CGI a beard on me? You guys saw that? I have a beard now? Am I finally a man to you, Dad? Plantains are done. All right, full plantains. And then, yeah, we can just do this full up, man. We can just do it full up. We just keep going. That's a lot of plantains, but you're gonna see what they're gonna do. Oh, you'll see. I like threatening people on the cooking show that I host. You'll see, oh, you'll see. Chicken is here now. Flour, we've seasoned. 1 crack of pepper, good. We season the flour, again, recipe in the description, with all the stuff that we put in the chicken marinade. And the chicken marinade, if you see the mustard and the lemon juice just creates this coating. I mean, that is just freaking flavor, man. And so now we're just gonna start dropping it. We're just gonna give it a nice little light flour dredge, give it a little shake, and drop that in. Yeah, right in the plantain oil. Now the oil is gonna be perfumed with bananas. Plantain's not even that related to a banana. That's what people say. They're like, plantains are much more closely related to a potato than banana. I was like, no. I seen a banana, okay? It's got the little peels. It's got the little hook. I know what bananas is, all right? I don't know. I also failed a class that was all about like evolutionary charts and stuff. I've talked about this before. I'm like, there was literally a question I will never forget. Talking about college experience and how dumb it all was. There was literally a question that was just like, prove a frog is more closely related to a human than a hamster. And I was just like, trick question. They ain't. Hamsters is mammals. They got red blood. They're like, no, frogs develop jaws first. And I was like, listen, I can't love a frog. Not like that. All right, the chicken is done. We got all of our tajadas right there. This is looking, holy friggin' shnikes. This chicken looks fantastic. All right, it's the accumulation of all the heat. It's not the single heat. It's the fact that I've been plucking chicken straight out of a deep fryer the whole episode that makes it hurt. Okay, now we gotta start assembling. You'll notice there's a lot of stuff here because there's a lot of stuff that goes into this dish, which is what makes it so extra rad. So what we're gonna start with is the base of our plantains. Did I like screw that up? Was there like, you want me, Ben, tell me where to move a plate. There? Like there? Okay, great. All right, so we're gonna start with just, yeah, that's awesome. Just a nice fat bed of these plátanos, or tajadas as they're known in Honduras. And then we're just gonna scatter those around. And then we're going to take just a bunch of cabbage and kind of just like put that there. And then this is called salsa chimol. It's very similar to a pico de gallo, except instead of cilantro, there's culantro in it. And then also radish, which is pretty sweet. So we're just gonna like throw that somewhere. So funny, because you see this concept in so many different cultures. Rochester, shout out to Babish and what, Jenna Marbles from Rochester. They got the garbage plate. I mean, this is like literally the garbage chicken plate from Tegucigalpa, and it's freaking rad. Now we're gonna take a bunch of pickled onions. I'm just gonna like throw these over here on the side. Yes, ma'am. Oh, the colors on this plate, what I like. And now we're just gonna start stacking chicken. Now we're just stacking chicken over here. Yeah. And once you stack the chicken on top of the plate, we're gonna take, hold on. We're gonna take another little scoop of this salsa chimol. We're gonna get that right in the middle there. Beautiful. We take more pickled onion, I want more pickled onions. Yeah, this gets me excited. This gets me excited. Yeah, and then now sauces. Now this, I mentioned this chicken is just smothered. This sauce is made from chilies and tomatoes and bell pepper and onion. Got a written recipe down there. And then this just gets smothered all over that chicken. And then we got this. This is like mayonnaise, crema, mustard, and ketchup. And then, golly, just spray farted all over that. There we go. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I've never seen a plate of food so beautiful in my life. My God, Pollo Chuco, this is a love letter to Tegus. I want Honduran Board of Tourism sponsor me, or we'll sponsor you. I don't know how this works. I just want to freaking go, man. This is the Pollo Chuco from Honduras, specialty of the capital. What a, I want to say that word. We got our 3 fried chickens here. We got chicken 65 from Tamil Nadu, India. We got the Ghanaian fried chicken from Ghana. And then we got our Pollo Chuco from Honduras. I have not been this excited to eat a plate of food. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're going, we don't need no forks. Squeeze a lime, grab some onion, grab some of the garlic. Unbelievable, really. Kashmiri chili powder, stupid good. With the lime, get the fudge out of here, man. All right, let me check. Oh, it's so juicy. You can kind of massage a lemon on it. Take a little bite. Never had chicken that juicy in my friggin' life before. The steaming before frying is just sucking it like a ShamWow. Oh, Honduran Pollo Chuco, one of the 6 wonders of the world. I don't recognize the library at Alexandria. Real obscure one there. Lay down, bake some plantains, and grab a thigh. Crispy food soaked in sauce, greatest texture in the whole world. No, it's too good. Don't look at me. Look down! Pollo Chuco from Honduras, Tegucigalpa. We're not trying to crown a winner. All these are incredible techniques, but this is the greatest fried chicken dish in the world. This is incredible. The mustard and the lemon on the chicken with like the kind of sturdy cumin and oregano spices going in there. Fried chicken for fried chicken, this is the best fried chicken. And then you get all the sauce. You get the creamy, you get the spicy, you get the pickled, you get just a base of fried bananas. This is unbelievable, man. Look, never even heard of it. I just Googled Honduras chicken on a lark. And this, have natural curiosity about the world. Google things, every piece of information that's ever existed about food, about arts, about motorcycles is at your fingertips with a phone. We are living in the metaverse. We've been living in the metaverse. Use it to your advantage. Use it to stuff your face with the world's best fried chicken. God, watch Happy Feet 2 on Hulu. Hank Azaria's just fine in it. Good voice actor. Thanks so much for being here during this just orgiastic chicken experience. Truly one of the coolest things we've ever made. Honduras, shout out to Tegucigalpa. I'd love to go one day. Thanks so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. We got new episodes for you every week. We got new episodes of our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich. Wherever you get your podcast, every Wednesday or whatever. Hit us up on Instagram at Mythical Kitchen with pictures of your mythical dishes under hashtag Dreams Become Food, just like Karen did. Karen made the Old Forge pizza from the last time we did one of these regional specialty episodes, except she added bacon to it, which like never a bad addition with the little creamy white stuff and a little garlic. And then she dipped it in creamy Italian dressing, -1 point because it's not ranch, but +2 points because you dipped it in something that is ranch-like. Be like Karen, sorry you have that name. See y'all next time. The Mythical Kitchen's favorite way to obliterate garlic immortalized in t-shirt form. Get the Palm Heel Strike tee now at mythical.com.